the theme is From Tools of War to Tools of Building, metaphorically. The project is a community library. It is being built by a local regiment of soldiers. You may have heard a little bit about the political situation in Sri Lanka. So the project is in Sri Lanka. So the country is coming out of a very brutal civil war, which was about 30 years in the running. And the building is built in that post-war space. So using soldiers to build that cultural infrastructure in that post-war space, it's also kind of a step towards demilitarizing the country. But at the same time, one of the critical aspects of that project is to look at how real building projects can be used to transfer construction skills to the labor force. These are the soldiers who fought in the war. So normally what happens is, especially at the last phases of the war, the government recruited very young people to the forces. Like they were like about 15, 16 years old, and they didn't necessarily completed their formal education. And what happened with the army is that when they grow old, when they become 35, 36, there's this option of retiring. And actually the army encourages soldiers to retire because the army always wanted to be young. The problem is that you have joined the army when you are like 14 and 15, you don't have any formal education, and when they retire from the army, there's no fallback situation. I mean, what do you do? So what we are essentially doing is that we are retraining the soldiers in construction work so that once they retire from the army, then they can go out and build careers in the construction industry. So the notion of knowledge dissemination is looked at from different point of views. Programmatically, it's a library. So it would cater to the community, especially school children who live around that building. But the knowledge is also about building skills.